it's Tara.
It's Jen.
And we are here with another episode of Girlfriends Talk Marketing. We are at the brand new and lovely space, Incubate Co-working in Winthrop, and we have a great topic for you today. Anything writing, content creation, this is for you.
We're talking with Kate Anslinger. She is an author and content creator extraordinaire. Hey, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So, quick question right off the bat. What is the biggest mistake that people make when they're writing for the web?
So with the web, you really need to know who your market is, because typically you're targeting someone. It's not like print where you have a whole wide array of someone. Usually you have one specific topic, whether it be health and fitness or science, technology. So your point is to focus in on that one topic and make sure it's clear-cut and precise, because we know that people have short attention spans, especially when they're perusing the net, because there's so much coming at you. So if you really want to stand out, make sure you get that point across.
I find that's absolutely true. Companies don't necessarily know who they're trying to appeal to, and if you don't know who you're trying to appeal to, you're going to appeal to nobody.
Exactly.
Persona. Identifying your target personas is a must in order to create content. So you mentioned the difference in writing for the web and print. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Sure. Well, I feel like with the web, you really want to space out your, like one thing that I had to learn over time is that you can't just write like one big chunk, kind of like what you do with print sometimes. You just see letters everywhere. With the web, you want to space out those paragraphs so they're huge chunks. So people aren't like I said, short attention spans, so they don't see this giant thing with words and they're scared of it. So with the web, you want to space it out and put in, of course, everybody loves their videos, their photos, their images, and that's what makes it more eye-catching and attention-grabbing, because you're competing with so much on the web versus print. Usually people will go back to that same print form every week, pick it up, peruse it, but they're not looking for something exactly. They might just want to read it for their leisure. But on the web, someone's usually looking for something. They're looking for health and fitness topics. They're looking on the next marathon run or something like that. So you want to really make that crystal clear.
Yeah, it is true. You really got to hone in on your topics, and in order to get the type of engagement that you want for your conversions.
How important do you find it is to include certain words, keywords, things that people are going to be searching on?
Hugely important. So let's take fitness, for example. Pilates, if you're doing a Pilates article, like putting in the equipment, knowing what people will actually search for, or, you know, certain poses. If you're doing yoga, you know, how do you do a downward facing dog? Someone types that in your article is much more likely to pop up than, say, if you're just giving basic information. You just want to make sure that like those keywords really do pop, and popping in the title is key as well.
That's great advice. Yeah, it's all about organic search. And now I feel like people are, with voice to text, people are writing full phrases. So actually for writers and content creators today, I think you have a good ability to add a lot of keywords. And have specific topics around that type of stuff.
But do you just throw in the keywords? How do you do it so that it sounds natural?
Well, I think you formulate, like in the title, you formulate something that's going to be both attention-grabbing and also searchable. So you see a sentence, how to do the latest and greatest yoga move, just throwing that out there. And you put in maybe the actual pose in that title. So if someone's searching for that, and I'm totally just using yoga as no idea any yoga poses, but
Downward dog.
Downward dog. We could call it downward dog. So.
Exactly. So do you have a favorite like tip or a trick when you're writing content specifically for social media platforms? Obviously, you know, Twitter just expanded their character length, but you know, 200 characters still is a short amount of time to get what you need to say in. So
I feel that, like, you ask yourself the same question. What do I want to read? Like, what am I looking for? If I am super interested in fishing, like, what is going to really grab my attention? So you kind of have to, like, in some sense, put yourself in the reader's position. Whether you like fishing or not, you have to, like, go out there and kind of maybe, like, research some topics beforehand. You really do get to learn a lot about stuff that you never would have imagined before. But if you research those topics in advance, you'll be like, oh, wow, this is a big deal in the fishing industry. So put that out there, and then people who are interested in that type of article will
Gravitate towards you.
gravitate toward it. Yeah.
That's a really good idea. It's fun to find out about other stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be interesting for sure.
So let's talk a little bit about the types of writing that you're going to be doing for content, for marketing. What things and when and how often?
So I do anything. I shouldn't say that. The articles that I write are anything that's really trending. So I do health and fitness articles, and those are more steady, but I also do like probably 5 articles a day that anything's trending. So we're talking, it could be something about the latest cat video that's gone viral, or it could be politics or something like that. So it's it's never boring. There's always something different, and I never know what I'm getting to the last minute. So
Okay.
it does take some researching and looking at other articles to see what's out there.
How do you find out what's trending?
Yeah.
Shares. Well, mostly one of the companies I work for, they actually post the trending news, so it's kind of their job to go out there and find what's huge. Just seeing shares, and you type in, say, we have certain topics: animals, health, food, America, politics, and you just type that in, and you'll see, like in your Google search, okay, you type in cats, this cat video pops up.
Okay.
So you're like, wow, that's something to write about, and that's kind of how.
So, do you have any advice for entrepreneurs or people who are having to post to social media and blogs in terms of finding topics and subjects?
So this is an interesting question because I feel like you're in technology, right? But it's not always like what people necessarily want to read about. So it could be other things. I mean, it could be things that loom around technology, but like it's not always what you would expect. Like as an author, I don't write about what it's like to write for 5 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like people don't want to hear that. Do they really? I mean, they would
If someone's penning a book, they have,
Right. I mean, but like, who's going to want to listen to that? So instead, like, you can write about, things that are interesting to people, like, just, whether that be events in the media, or if it's like you're building a new house or something like that, something that people can constantly check in on, and being held accountable for like a weekly blog or something, I think is huge for people that are doing their own business. Because it gives them, it gives their readers something to follow. We all have our favorite people that we follow, our favorite businesses, and
storytelling.
Yeah, it's key to go back and know that you have a reliable source that you can read every week.
That's true. Well, we talk about in business, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And all of this writing is a way to get them to know you.
Exactly.
And, like, you, trust you. Right?
Yeah, if they don't want to hear just about like the latest like keyboard or something about that, they want to hear about your life and like what have you done in the business industry that has made you successful, what has worked for you, how can you relate to your clients.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's great.
So tell us a little bit about what you're working on now.
I'm working on several different things right now. I do public relations for one company. I still do my 5 trending news stories every day, and I'm also working on my 4th novel, which is kind of a crime mystery.
Ooh, what?
So it's a wide variety of writing. It can go from business boring to creative all over the place.
All right, what's the book that you have out now?
Yes.
The Gifts, and it's a crime police drama. A little paranormal-ish. Some have called it eerie and a little bit disturbing, but
gotta love the reviews.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us today. And thank you for